Hello everyone. In this video, I want to show you how to generate all the bill of material and pick up and place files and send it to JLCPCB. So first I will start with creating variants, which is from project here. Then add, and then name it, for example, prototype, then OK, then OK. So what this does, so basically when you generate your bill of material, as in our case, for example, this one, we don't want to assembly this one. And I don't want to make them place the GPIO connectors, because normally when you place the header, it's really expensive. And this debugger is not really a component, it's just a bins, footprints. So that's why I create this to tell Altium what to generate and what to not. So then you go to inside this prototype, make sure it's selected. Then you go here. And here you can execute what you don't want from the bill of material and pick up of and place. So I do first this my resistor, then place part. And then also I don't want this header. And also I don't want this one. Then right click and save. So now you have basically two schematics, the normal one and then this one. So next step, let me just save here. Right click and then add new to the project, output job files. Let me just make it bigger. So here is all our output files. So you can discover the rest of it, but I will just do the basic of those output files. So you can even make a 3D video actually here, like 3D videos to show your PCB. So what's important is the assembly. So generate pickup and place from our PCB document. And then we go inside it. So here you can see everything Altium will generated. So JLCPCB, they need the file format as a CSV. That's why I select this. And then you just press OK. So you don't have to change anything here. So we done from this. You can generate also drawing, that's just for printing on PDF file. Fabrication. So we need Gerber files. So this all the files I will show you inside it how it looks. So here you can specify what you want to generate. So we have all those 4 layers. So we want to generate files for those, and top and bottom overlayer, top solder, bottom, and top paste and bottom paste. So the manufacturer doesn't need those, and that's why also Altium by default they don't select those. Then you have in inch on in millimeter, like our PCB in millimeter, so I put millimeter here. So basically you don't need to change anything else here, just apply. After that, right click also. Then we want to generate all the drills files. So all the drills we Like for example, the vias, it has drills, and then we generated nothing really you can see inside. You can just leave those parameters as a default. Then we want the bill of material, and here you have to be careful. We have to generate all this file for this prototype, what we just made before. So bill of material, and then our project. We open the bill of material. So then the file format, it's correct. So you can see how it looks. So they said that we have this capacitor 4.7. It's SMT capacitor 0.06. And then the designator is C1, C2, footprint. And what we are missing is our LCSC parts which we added on our footprints. So that's, you can find it here. So when I click it, then it will add all LCSC parts I just added to my design. So you can notice I didn't add for the capacitor. I will show you why, because JLCPCB will detect them because I named them correctly. Then the system will detect all these capacitors. So I just want to show you if you don't add and if you add the LLC part, what will make the difference. So our bill of material looks good, then okay. And that's basically all the files we need to send to JLCPCB. Then we go to folder structure. We select all of them. And then generate. So we don't need those. Just close them. Yeah. So this is the bill of material file. So we close it. Close all those. And then we can go where our folder is. So you can see project output for free document. So basically that's a bug on Altium. It name it as a free document. So delete everything. And then delete this project. And then we have to generate again. So it's done. And we go here. And our file here, I will just put it on the desktop to make things easier. Delete those. Okay, so from this file, we can see we have our bill of material. We have the Gerber files. We have the pick and place. So what we have to do, this in NC drill, we copy all of them and we put them inside the Gerber file. And then we compress it to zip file. That's basically what we have to do. Now we're done. So we open JLCPCB, then we do order, then we add the Gerber file, just wait to finish. Then you see it detects immediately the length and our PCB dimension. Then you can change here the color. That's all those parameters we talked about it in the lecture of autonomy of PCB. All this service finish, gold, and so on. So remove this mark if it's there, because you don't want them to write anything on your PCB. And then you go to assembly here, you activate it. So here you can see you can do top side or bottom side. So this you can do both, but it's really expensive, and then you have to switch to PCBA standard to do this, but it's more expensive. So all our components on the top layer, so we just need the top. And then this you keep it as it is fine. And here you don't need to change anything. You can read about each one. So cleanings, they can clean the board, and they can, if you have like a really crazy module you want to solder like BGA, you can also put yes, and then they will provide you with a picture. So just read through all of those. They explain them perfectly. And then you can see also the prices, and when you order 5 compared to 10 PCBs, so the price will not be double, for example. So those things you have to remember. We already talked about it as well. So next, so here it will show us how our PCB looks. So you have to double check if everything is fine. Then next, then here you have to add the bill of material. So we have our BOM here. We just put it here. And then we have our pick and place file. We place it here. Why it's not responding? I can just add it like this. Pick and place. Yeah, looks there is error here in JLCPCB. Doesn't take my file. So I just refreshed this page, and my file was already there. So process, let me maybe add it again. Sometimes the system just shows some errors. So I will just name it. Maybe the name is too long. I will just name it pick and place and then upload it again. Then process. Okay, now it's working. So here you can see, for example, I have C1, C2, 4.7. This is my value, and we can see what GLC PCB provide. So this is, I didn't even put the part numbers of LCSC, and the system detected immediately. Just be sure it's the correct components since you didn't put the number. And here all my decoupling capacitors, which is 16 volt X7R is perfect. And also just the rest. So we have this R3, R4, for some reason it didn't detect it, but they suggest, so the name didn't match, they said here. And they suggest this one, which is 4.7, which is correct, and this one, which is 10 kilo ohm, which is correct. So I can just check here and check here. So this show me error that my name doesn't match the part details here. And that's because I didn't put the part number basically. I don't know, for some reason, as a system of JLCPCB for the capacitors, it doesn't really matter. It will not show you this error. It's just for the resistors it show you this error. But that's not error even. And then for this accelerometer, it should be standard only. So I will switch to standard PCBA. And you can see the price is a little bit expensive. They are 5 IMU. It costs $26. So this is the most expensive part I have in all my PCB. So even the microcontroller, for 5 of them, it costs $11. Of course, you can specify how much you want JLCPCB to assembly for you. So the minimum is 5. So you can say like you want just they have minimum of assembly 2, so you can assembly just 2 PCBs and then get 3 non-assembly. So I really advise you when you before you continue, you can open Altium and then go to your project. And then you can look to your bill of material here. In this page here. So that's why I told you 2 screens is always better. Then you have to recheck. So you have C1, C2, where they are 0603. And then doesn't really show the value. Quantity. Yeah, so the value is 4.7, sorry, it's here. So just double check everything. So you have it here 4.7 and C1, C2, and we have it here C1, C2, which they are also 4.7 here. So always just double check if all your components values are correct. Or you can also open the Excel bill of material if you don't want to open this. So I already made this PCB before, so I know all my details are correct. So then you go next. So here it show you the assembly, how they will assemble your board. So we can see we have a couple of issues. It's always like that. So you have to even rotate all those components from the pick up and place file and then upload it again. Or you can just modify it here on GLC PCB. So to do that, let me see. So you see all the orientation here, this is wrong. And that's why I place this indicator that this is my pin 1, and they place it like this. So I have to rotate. Then the pin 1 is match my pin 1. The microcontroller also my pin 1 is here, so I have also to rotate it. Then it's match here. You can always go to your also layout and see, but because I have all these indicators here that they show me which pin 1, then I don't have to go to my Altium again. And this one, it should be pin 1 here. The crystal, pin 1 here. My IMU, pin 1 here. So if you don't do that, everything will be wrong. So be sure if the orientation of your components is correct. So because I put this, then I know this is the negative of my LED. So I have to rotate it, and also the same of here. You can see on my LED. So this is the K, which means the cathode. And that's why also I label it here. So it's really easy for me to read and figure out what's going on. So after you make sure everything is fine, is correct. And you can see here this is not fit capacitor, or sorry, resistor, which you can see it here. So this resistor here. And that's because I don't want to fit it, just in case, as I said, you have a problem. And it's not here on the system of JLCPCB. So after that, you go next, and then you will see the price, and then you just do a description of your product and save to cart, and then you can order your PCB. Just one trick to make things cheaper. So when they write basic JLCPCB, is cheaper to assembly, and it's very cheap to assembly compared to the extended. So when you want to put the number of your, for example, this LED, try to find on JLC PCB library. So try to go here and search for a part, and then see, like, if I have resistor, for example. So I can filter here basic, just to show me the basic. Of course, you have to put the package, and also you have to put the value, and then apply. Then see if there is a basic one, and then you copy the GLC PCB part number. It's exactly like the LSC part number, so they are on the same system, and then you place it on your order here. So I can see I have extended here. For those, it's always extended, but for passive components, you can find actually basic. So for our case, all are basic, which is really good. And for those resistors, we could find a basic one, and then it will our PCB also will be cheaper. Yeah, so when you're done, just select anything here, research education, for example, whatever, then save. So then here you can see you can tell how many. So this is PCBA, so this is the assembly. So if you want 5 or you want, for example, you see the minimum 2, you can just put 2. So they will just send you 2 PCB which are assemblies and 5 which are not assemblies. That's the minimum 5. So you can see the price is a little bit high for assembly. Of course, you can, with those all tricks we talked about, you can make it a little bit cheaper. But if you change for many PCBs, so the price will be even cheaper for you. So don't look that just you have 2 PCBs with $81. So if you have 100 PCB, one PCB maybe will cost you less than $6 or $7. And add to that, you are paying all the components prices. So if we have an IMU, which is less expensive as well, it will be not that expensive, the price. But our 5 IMUs alone, they cost $26. So that's it about this video. Thanks very much.